Hello, I am your host, Kate Kent, and welcome to Hairdresser Heartbreak Club, a Destroy the Hairdresser podcast for big-hearted, tender hairdressers like me. Good day. I nearly said good morning, but then it gets real Truman Show where I've got to say good morning, good afternoon, good night. Wait, what does he say? Anyway. Moving right into the topic at hand. I was bold with this one. I was bold when I wrote this one down because I was angry. And I'll tell you what it is. It's gender. It's the patriarchy. Currently, I know that this is not necessarily recorded at the same time as current events, but what I just learned about was that there is lead and arsenic in tampons. And isn't that interesting? And I've been thinking a lot about being female, being a woman, women's rights, women's healthcare, people who identify as women. Obviously, there's there's trans people in here, there's queer, and there's a lot happening. And what I find interesting and heartbreaking, let's just make sure we get the heartbreak in there, is heartbreaking to me. And again, this is me, Kate Kent. I do not speak for anyone else but myself. Okay. So if you want to come for me, come for me. But I find that in our industry of primarily women or people who identify as women, we still operate under weird rules of the patriarchy. And there's lots of layers of explaining this, but the first thing that I will say is that government and the world hate women. Like, we can just look in history, like, we're never good enough, right? If we're too smart, if we're too dumb, if we're too good at business, if we're too bad at business, if we're looking too good or looking too bad, there's always something. If we're too emotional, we're not emotional enough, it's like we're either a basket case or we're a bitch. It's this interesting place of not being able to do anything quite right. And I don't have a degree in women's studies, but as a woman, I'm like, this is fucked up. This is not correct. And what are we doing? And in an industry where we are primarily women, we still look to men and we still look to male structures. I say male structures not in a phallic way. Ugh, microphone. But in a corporate kind of structure type of way. This like non-emotional must sell things, like do as I say, not as I do kind of thing. And like in the salon even, aside from like the corporate sales and like the structures and the, we gotta get as many haircuts in and out as we possibly can and like, work these ladies to the bone. It still is like, why can we not make any progress? Why are we not treated appropriately? Why do we not have healthcare in our industry? Except that DTH has helped to solve that. And now, a word from our sponsors. Just kidding. It's me again. But like healthcare, women's rights, and also like women being against other women. And this is what I think we see in salons primarily that is heartbreaking to me, is like this whole gossipy, hen house sort of thing, like that kind of tongue in cheek, like, oh, a salon, it's full of women, it must be so gossipy and traumatic. And sometimes it is. But part of that is from the patriarchy, right? They want us to be against each other. Because if we're all against them, well, then that's scary. And I'm not a man hater. And I do think that we can all coexist, but I definitely do not have the answers. But I question this and I observe this and I wonder, why is it that we women hate other women? Why is it that we feel threatened? Why is it we feel judgmental? Why is it that we're not lifting each other up more? And yes, I see that more. And yes, it is happening. And yes, it is a movement. But the suppression and the ingredients and things that we put on our skin and on our hair to be prettier for the people are things that are causing us to be ill and have cancer and not be able to do our jobs effectively and efficiently. And I can't say that that's, the direction that I was going to go in this episode, but with the news that came out and like learning about that and just wondering like, why don't they care about the people who make people? I just feel baffled and I just feel heartbroken because the women that I know are badass. All of them, badass, and care a lot about people. And why don't the powers that be care more about us? Is it that they're threatened because we know how to like do a mean round brush blowout? Blowouts for presidents.
Hey hairdressers, are you looking for health insurance? It's time to get healthy with Hairdresser Healthcare, the only coverage designed specifically for the beauty industry. Whether you're an independent stylist, a salon owner with a team, a makeup artist, or a massage therapist, we've got you covered with comprehensive and affordable benefits. With options for self-enrollment and year-round open enrollment, taking control of your health has never been easier. And the best part is, it's available in every state. Visit hairdresserhealthcare.com and take control of your health today because you, your team, and your family deserve it.